So in this video, I played jungler Granger because I had a teammate who was a Hanabi main, and we all know they don't adjust. I use Granger's Transformer skin here because someone requested it, but personally I don't really like the sound effects of this skin. It sounds plastic, and Granger feels weak when I use it. Although the visual effects are nice, it's unique, especially when you use the ultimate. I started with the red buff and cleared all the creeps on the right side, including Hellkurt's brother. My timing for the litho was perfect. It was already one hit when I arrived because Harith helped me. He chipped away at its HP before I got there, so thanks, Harith. Then here, the enemies wanted to invade. By the way, this is my first game after almost a week since I was busy these past few days. That's why I really felt a bit off in this match, especially at the start. It felt like I didn't know how to play, and my aiming was terrible. And I played this game around 3 hours before the season ended. I'm not sure if I can still reach mythical glory on this account since I only had 45 stars before this match. Plus, I still have to edit because I wasn't able to post yesterday. I know some of you are really waiting for my upload, so sorry guys. I've just been really busy. So I was trying to take the turtle here, but it looked like I wouldn't be able to secure it. I was waiting for Badang to help me, even just to tank the turtle's damage for a bit, but he didn't want to. Then, the enemies arrived. But my teammates also arrived, so it's all good. We were able to take down the enemy jungler, and I still managed to secure the turtle. Anyway, I just want to ask you guys, what was your rank before the season ended? Are there any solo players here who managed to reach Mythical Immortal? Also, the update is dropping today, so I hope it's favorable for EXP laners. Maybe then they'll have a better chance of carrying teammates, especially those Hanabi users. And I hope they nerf the OP heroes and buff the ones that are too weak. The current meta is getting boring since we keep seeing the same heroes over and over. Also, I wish Monster Trio Marksman users would start learning other heroes. It's getting repetitive seeing them every game, especially when most of the players using them aren't even that good. Here, I really thought I was dead since I got hit by Selina's arrow, but Vexana turned out to be a lifesaver. Then here, Badang had to use Flicker to dodge Selina's arrow. I thought he was going to set up a play, but he just ended up scaring the enemies instead. Clint would have been dead, but I ran out of energy. Then I saw Hanabi on the map, looking completely unaware. She didn't even try to intercept Clint. So I just helped her clear the minion wave instead, since that's where she seemed to need help the most. And there it is, she even stole the kill. Rarely does she deal damage to enemies, yet when she does, it's just for the last hit. Then here, I was planning to sandwich Selina, but Hanabi as always was a headache. She just let her go. I didn't even use my ultimate since I was low on energy before I could take down Selina. And thankfully, she actually helped me take down the turtle at this point. Thank you, Hanabi. You're the best. So I switched my emblem from Festival of Blood to Seasoned Hunter, which means I had 0 spell vamp in this game. That's one of the things I really don't like when playing Jungle Granger. Even though Festival of Blood only gives 10% spell vamp at max stacks, it still makes a huge difference for Granger. Since he deals high damage and doesn't have a lot of HP, that small spell vamp helps him sustain and recover quickly. My teammates initiated and we used Conceal, but the enemies still had vision because of the Litha Wanderer, so I backed off a bit. Meanwhile, my teammates still went in. Luckily, Vexana managed to survive, and now I'm going to try to outplay the enemies, even though I'm not playing that well this match. I even got a maniac there, even though my skills weren't landing properly anymore. Then I managed to get a double kill here after a while. After that, I went straight for the turtle. I took my purple buff first before heading to the top lane. Here I built Queen's Wings so I could at least have some spell vamp. Its passive is also a big help, especially for survivability. This is what I do when chasing an enemy with Granger. After using my ultimate, I use my first skill before ulting again. You should use your first skill in between your ultimate shots while it's on cooldown. That's because after using your ultimate, your movement speed slows down if you don't use a skill or basic attack. Meanwhile, Granger's first skill boosts his movement speed, making it easier to reposition and keep up with enemies. As much as I love spamming his ultimate, since it basically turns him into a tank for battle, it's also ironic that his movement speed is actually faster in his basic form than in his tank mode. Did you guys see Badang's emblem build during the match loading screen? It's funny because he used a fighter emblem with lethal ignition and weapon master, but then he went for a tank build. Like, what's the point of that emblem if it doesn't even match his item build? And just wait until you see the match results. His first item was immortality. I actually thought he built Thunderbelt at first. In this game, I really felt like something was off with my settings. That's why I kept checking them from time to time. Vexana was pretty much the only decent teammate I had in this game. And like I've said in my previous videos, a lot of skilled mage players get stuck in low ranks because mage is the hardest role to carry with. Without strong pushing capability or basic attack damage, mages rely entirely on their skills, making it really difficult to hard carry a team. Oh, I got another maniac at that part. Then after that, we took the Lord. And it only took one Lord to end the game since our Hanabi was actually really good at pushing. So we secured the Lord, and I cleared the mid lane first because I noticed that the enemy's inhibitor turret still had its holy defense. When that's the case, it's better to clear the minion wave first, so that when the Lord pushes, the turret won't have holy defense anymore. If you ask me, that makes a huge difference. And you should know that the holy defense doesn't deal damage to the Lord. It only activates when there are minions nearby. So if you're in the enemy's position, you should prevent the minions from getting close to the turret to stop the holy defense from triggering. If you're the one pushing, you should force the minions to enter the turret's range to trigger the holy defense. I mean, try to zone out the enemies if you can, so they won't be able to clear the minions before they reach the turret. Then, if the enemy minions spawn right when you enter their base, clear them immediately. Hanabi went straight for turret lock here. She was really eager to end the game. So basically, she's the one who secured our win. Wow, thanks Hanabi. Look at Badang's build, it's so unique. I've never seen anything like this before.